collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Decepticon Air Commander Starscream from the Transformers the Movie reissue line from Hasbro. So this was a Walmart exclusive. I actually found this on clearance at Walmart quite a while ago. I was really lucky because they had like 4 or 5 of them on the shelves, but the first 4 on the shelf were covered in this weird pink viscous fluid. And I was like, bummer, I can't get one because I don't want one where the box has been destroyed. And then all the way in the back, this one was untouched, so I got really lucky because this is some really beautiful artwork here on the front of the box. I love what they've been doing with these reissues where they give us this beautiful artwork, you know, they're during the fight on Autobot City during the movie. Really, really cool. You have Unicron looming up here, but then they still throw in the like little cliff note instructions for transformation, which I think is really fun. You can see the picture wrapping around there onto the side. Over here showing you both modes. Not really anything going on down below. And then we spin around to the back and we just get some product shots of the robot mode and the jet mode. And then you have his little tech specs and everything down here, which is pretty cool. So I am going to go ahead and get this out of the box. And I am also going to be doing a comparison with the last time they did a G1 reissue at Walmart with this original toy color Starscream. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here he is out of the packaging. This is exactly how he comes packaged in the box, kind of halfway transformed here, which is kind of hysterical. I'm going to go ahead and put him in jet mode to start. Now I'm going to go ahead and just take these wings off because there is some assembly that we have to do. The one thing I don't like right off the bat, the very tip of the nose cone here, you can see is almost a little bit too large. It hangs over the edge here. And it's definitely a very soft, rubbery plastic. And almost looks like it's kind of yellowed a little bit, which is kind of a bummer. But we're going to go ahead and move these arms out of the way. So we can push this piece through. And then snap this up like so. Then we will close these pieces inside. And then that will click into place, and then we can go ahead and fold the feet up. So as you can tell, there is some assembly required. We have the pieces for the back tail fins. These are going to peg in like so. So we will pop these on like that. Then we will take these lower tail fin pieces, and this should peg onto here like that. There we go. Then we can put these wings back on. Seems like they should peg in further into there, but they don't really. Alright, well there is the basic jet mode. Now he does have some more accessories if you want to pop in the front landing gear piece so that he's got full landing gear. He's also got these hand pieces, which unfortunately don't have anywhere they can store in the vehicle mode. And then he's got these Megatron gun pieces, which are pretty cool. So you can go ahead and pop these together like this if you just want Megatron to be like that in gun mode. The reason they come apart and the reason these fists have these pegs on them is so that you can go ahead and put this piece in here and then peg this piece onto the bottom. And this way it looks like he is actually holding Megatron, because previously the original hands from back in the day were closed fists and couldn't hold any accessories. So now it looks like he can hold Megatron. It looks goofy because it makes it look like the handle is twice as long, but I appreciate that they did that so that it works. And I will take this off and pop this back on here. And then we'll put Megatron off to the side. We'll put the fists off to the side. And then we get 2 sets of missiles. So you have kind of the more null ray looking missiles. And then you have these that are kind of more like traditional looking missiles. And they can all peg into these pieces here. I don't believe there's any specific way. I think it's the same all the way around. So you just pop this in, and it sticks out very far, and honestly kind of looks a little goofy in my opinion, but it is a spring-loaded missile. There we go. Didn't quite want to fire. So it's okay. It's not the best. I like the look of these because they actually kind of click up to a place and look normal, and they don't have that long stalk hanging out there. But let's see if this one, yeah, they fire about the same. Yeah, I'm not, these are not clicking in the best, but they click in to a point. So there is the jet mode. I'm going to take these pieces off to the side, and we will bring in that kind of more G1 toy accurate. Now, this was the last time they did a reissue at Walmart, which I want to say was 2017, maybe? Maybe 2015, somewhere in there. I honestly don't remember. It's been a minute. But this one had the foil stickers that you had to apply yourself. Look like they're actually holding up decently, which I'm kind of surprised about. But this one is definitely more G1 toy accurate. And this one is painted to look like the character from the animation. And therefore there are no stickers on this whatsoever, which I really appreciate. But it's the same mold. Actually, the wings might be different. I'll have to hold them up. Just take a wing off of each one so we can see how these actually compare. I would assume that they were the same, but maybe they're just painted differently. Let me take this off. Yeah, no, they're the same. It is funny how the paint job really does make this one look a little bit smaller than this one. I think that's actually kind of funny. So this is just 2 stickers, and then this has the nicely painted Decepticon symbol with the red and white stripe nicely painted on there. So we'll put this back on. I mean, it really, depends on what your preference is. I personally like the look of the more cartoon accurate paint deco, and also I prefer no stickers. But if you prefer the more G1 toy accurate look, this would be the way to go. This also has the rub sign, which this one does not have. And you can see there's a lot more, like the nose cone here is blue with a Decepticon symbol. Kind of surprised that they didn't paint a Decepticon symbol on here, honestly. And then you have the orange canopy here, again to closely match the cartoon. Whereas this one has the translucent canopy as I fire the missiles off. If we take a look at this from the underside, again, we have a much lighter blue. But otherwise, I would say it's pretty similar. Now, this one has a lot more stickers than this one, so there's a lot less detail on the underside. But it does look like the head's going to be very different, and we'll take a closer look at that in the robot mode. But yeah, definitely kind of cool. I like having both of them, but I definitely think I prefer the more cartoon accurate paint job. Alright, for transformation, we're going to do a little bit of disassembly. I'm just going to go ahead and pop the wings off and apparently flick that missile out again. Unfortunately, mine, the spring is not too good on this one. It can kind of hold it, but it doesn't like to. You can kind of see that it wants to pop that out at the drop of a hat, so we'll see how that holds up. But take these pieces apart. Then you're going to come down here and we can flip out the feet. Then this section here is going to rotate forward like that. Pop this down, push these pieces out and around. Then we're going to pop the front of the nose cone off here, lift this up and push this through. This will come down and then this will pop up. And I do like the way that they painted the sides, because on the animation, Starscream's head has those pieces, and so they painted that to look like it's part of his head. I mean, obviously up top here is still, but looks pretty good. The face is very nicely painted. The red eyes and the tan face there with the rest of the helmet being black. I think that looks really good. So now we have to take these hand pieces and make sure we connect to the correct ones, and they just pop on like so. There we go. We can kind of bring these out to the side a little bit. Then we have to kind of angle these pieces back so that we can peg the wings in. I wish the wings were higher, but this is just how the original G1 toy was. I wish they were more up here on the back, like most current Starscreams are. But not much I can do about that. And then we're going to peg these into the sides of the arms. Like so. This missile will most likely fire off again, but we'll see. Oh, maybe it's going to hang out. Alright, so there is our Starscream in robot mode, bringing in the original G1 toy. Well, this isn't the original G1 toy. This is the original G1 toy deco. I should clarify that. So again, I really do like the cleanness of the animation accurate paint scheme, but there is something to be said about the stickers. I mean, assuming they hold up, I do like the detail on the feet and the shins and then these sections here. But this is definitely more cartoon accurate. Also, I just noticed, I don't remember, well, I didn't just notice, but as I was transforming this, I realized I don't know where the fists for him are. I believe they are exactly the same. They're just done in the darker blue. If I remember correctly, they did have the connection points for the Megatron gun, because I believe this came with a Megatron gun as well. I just, unfortunately, I don't remember where I put them, so I apologize for that, but still kind of get the general idea here. So, again, this one gives me more of nostalgia, but this one definitely looks cleaner. I love the fact that this has no stickers to apply on its own, and just overall looks really sharp and very similar to the animation model. I think they did a good job painting the face there. This guy's face, I think we had to put the stickers on. I honestly can't remember. No, maybe not. I think the eyes are painted gold and the whole face is just black. So the face kind of blends in, unfortunately, whereas over here I feel like the face really pops, which is nice. And I also like the orange for the canopy. I think that really pops against the kind of gray canopy over here. But otherwise, you just kind of have the different shades of blue. I do really like the brighter blue. Again, the brighter, more vibrant colors, I think, pop over here. And I like the paint job on the wings. I think that red and white stripe with the angle is just a little bit more interesting than just the solid red line there. But yeah, I think I have to give it to this new reissue with the animation accurate color scheme. But otherwise, it's the same mold. But I just think the paint job on this pops a little bit more than the one over here. But still really cool to see them both. I would love to get one of the, like, missing link versions of Starscream where they could find a way to move the wings up and give him some knees. I think this could be amazing with just a little bit more articulation. I think they could really, really do a nice job. It would be hard for them to find a way to integrate these in so you didn't have to keep the pieces separate. I'm sure they could find a way, but it would probably be pretty difficult. But if they could just, figure that out, move the wings up and give him some knees. I don't even need him to have elbows, really. If they want to give him elbows, 100% all day, but I would really love them to give the missing link treatment here to Starscream. I would love for them to do it to Megatron too, but I think that poses a lot of problems for them. So I feel like this would be the next viable candidate if they wanted to skip Megatron for obvious reasons and then just give us a missing link Starscream. I think that could be a lot of fun. I think this mold is still a lot of fun. I mean, it's 40 years later, and I think there's still fun to be had with this. Yes, it's definitely more basic, and we're used to seeing the wings up higher. It is a little weird to have them kind of in the midsection more than on the back, but I still think this mold holds up, and I really like this paint job for it. I think they did a great job with this animation-accurate paint scheme. The head specifically, I think, really pops. I think they did a great job with that. That looks so much better than the original, and I really like the orange canopy cover there. Again, matches the animation, but also just really pops on the toy. I think looks really good. So I'm really happy with this. Even if you have that original G1 reissue that they did at Walmart all those years ago, I still think it's worth checking this one out. Now, at this point, it's long since past stores. I don't think Hasbro Pulse has these anymore. You could always check like Hasbro Toy Shop on eBay. Sometimes they have some older stuff. That might be a possibility. Otherwise, I would say the secondary market, I have no idea what this would go for at this point. But I think this is a really nice version of G1 Starscream. And like I said, maybe hold out, because I really feel like this would be a viable candidate for the missing link treatment if Takara is even going to continue that line. I don't know if that was a once and done for Prime because it's an anniversary, but I'm assuming it sold well, and I'm assuming that they would have to think about, you know, doing it with other original G1 molds, and I think this guy could be a prime candidate for a second one in the line. So maybe hold out, maybe don't pick this one up if you don't already have it, and we get an amazing Takara Missing Link version, because that could be really quite amazing. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you prefer this one? Do you prefer this one over here, the kind of more original G1 Deco version they did at Walmart all those years ago? Let me know which one you prefer. Let me know if you picked this one up, if you're waiting, if you also hope this gets a Takara Missing Link treatment. Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.